Welcome back to my list of the top 10 things I wish parents knew. Number 4, anticipatory talk. We work a lot better as human beings when we know what's coming next. It just gives us that sense of control over our lives. If you want your child to cooperate, it really helps if you give them a heads up on what's coming next. For example, we're gonna go to school now, right? So what I will do in my car is I will say, okay, it's time to get to school. And then I ask, don't tell. Then what do we need to do to get into school? What's gonna happen after that? Once we get to school, how long do you think it'll take us to get there? And once we get there, what do you guys need to do before you can get out of the car? So when you allow them to know what's coming next, this is really especially helpful when you have things that you know are undesirable. I'll give you an example. I took my children to see the doctor the other day for a general checkup. And we found out at the time of arrival that they needed to have a booster shot for one of their vaccines. And I hadn't known about it and wasn't prepared, and therefore I hadn't prepared my kids. They had such a hard time accepting it, and they were both 7 and 8.5 at the time. And they just freaked out. And normally they don't really react that much when it comes to injections because I prepare them. So let me tell you the ideal of how to prepare, for example, for a vaccination. I talk about what's going to happen. And then I ask them to repeat back what they heard. So tell me again, what do you think is going to happen today when we go to the doctor? Is it going to hurt? Yes. What do you think it's going to feel like? Oh, it's going to feel like a pinch. Do you want to try and pinch me to see how it feels? Shall I try pinching you? Again, ask, don't tell. This allows them to experience things, to think things through, and internalize those things, thoughts, and behaviors. Then when we get to the place where the vaccination is going to happen, I can say to them, so what do you think is coming next? And then the nurse comes in and she's going to have the injections on a nice little tray. What does she have to do before she can give you the vaccine? What does she have to do after? And another thing that anticipatory talk works really well for is to give them something to look forward to. So if they know, for example, that on the days that we have vaccines, after that we can drop by the grocery store and pick up a treat, then I can talk to them about that and they can think on that instead of focusing on the negativity of the vaccine. And that's what I did usually, and it works like a treat. So anticipatory talk, tip number 4 on the top 10 things I wish parents knew.